talking on radio for a while, and there's something I've learned. As a matter of fact, at a particular time, we would always say government is a continuum. And why would we always say that? Of course, we were quoting political scientists at the time. We would always say that because we're basically talking about abandoned projects, how, government starts a thing, the government leaves, and whatever it started, is abandoned. For instance, the monorail project, for instance, the Shanghai farm, and that's even in Rivers State. I could take you across Nigeria where certain projects were started and dumped immediately. There was a change in baton or a new sheriff in town. And that is going to form, what I've just said is going to form the basis of our conversation this hour. You're welcome. 13 minutes gone past 5. I am Kala Dakorubatiba. It's always my pleasure. We're live on Facebook, Nigerian Info PH. We're live on YouTube, Nigerian Info PH, and we're active on X. Just in case you do not know, this is Hard Facts, and the frequency is 92.3 Nigeria Info. We are your talk news sports radio station, and I'm excited about this topic as well. Now, we're still going to talk about it when my lecturer friend is in town, is out of town, but I still want to do some sort of opinion poll, just like I did the last hour, and get your views, get your opinions on this very issue. So now there is a change. You would remember that the president, sometime last week was it, appointed new ministers. He shook his cabinet a bit. He let 5 people go. He appointed 7 people. He switched about 10. He shook about 10 ministries, something like that. And for about 2 weeks now, we've been talking about that shake up. But the shake up meant that we said goodbye to the former Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mamman, and we are embracing a new Minister of Education who's a PhD holder. And it's really wonderful because just before the former Minister of Education left, he had swung setting policies into action, or almost into action. For instance, we're told that there's going to be a new curriculum. We'll talk about that one. We're waiting for the details and the facts. We're not talking about it now. However, that was one of the things that he put in motion, and that new curriculum was supposed to start in January of 2025. Now, by next year, we were also told that if you're not up to 18 and you're a student, you cannot be offered admission by the matriculation board. Yeah, we talked about that as well. I remember I had a lecturer coming to the studio from Uniport, my very good lecturer friend, Dr. Ben, and we talked, and we were told that according to the education policy, that your child is supposed to start schooling sometime around the age of 4 or 5 years, and by the time he's done with the 6-3-3 system, I think that's what it is, 6-3-3-4 system, your child should be 18 at least before your child gets into a tertiary institution. Well, of course, we know some parents like to rush their kids. Some parents like to start their kids early, and there's several other factors as to why children should be entering or getting to the university or tertiary institution before the age of 18. But however, I want us to look at several factors. They say education is a scam. That's what the youth is saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just re-echoing their words. And so now they force themselves to go to school just to get a certificate, because certificate matters a lot, or certification matters a lot in Nigeria. So they're there and they're not concentrating. They're all devices, I don't want to focus on devices. Some of them when you listen to Hello Port Harcourt and The Sunny Side. But yeah, they focus on devices, and there's a lot of questions as to the kind of youths that we are raising these days. And so when that 18 years entry into tertiary institutions policy came out, a lot of Nigerians were wondering if that was the right thing, to do at the time. I also remember Professor Kiki Boye was in the studio one of those days to help us with that conversation. But now there is a reversal. There is a reversal of policy, and I wonder, why are they reversing it? Is it because the other minister or the outgone minister unilaterally woke up and decided to say, oh, it must be 18 years, he did the right thing? Or is it that the new minister is also on his own deciding, I don't like what my predecessor did. I'm going to kick that one aside and I'm going to start my own project, as we see in many states in the country. Everybody wants to start his own so that, it's going to be remembered. It's signature project, he's going to be remembered for that. Anyways, I wonder if the reversal was also done properly with stakeholders involved in that decision-making process. Because it's the future we're talking about. When I was a child, they told me, standing in that assembly line during devotion, they told me children are the future of tomorrow. And now I understand why they say that. And if the youths are not getting the quality that they deserve, if the policies are impacting on them adversely, then it also would affect the country adversely. If it's impacting on them positively, it's going to impact on the country positively as well. So what is it for you? What is the right age? Once again, we're back there. Do you think this is the right move by the new minister? Do you think he's done the right thing? By the way, his name is Tunji Alausa. Do you think he has made the right decision? Do you think he listened to the court of public opinion? Could that have been the reason why he reversed this? But then, looking at what is happening on campus these days, the stories we get to hear on campus these days, do you think pre-18 should be suitable for tertiary education? I don't know. I'm asking this question, but I'm going to go to the phone lines right now because I want to get your thoughts. I'm going to start. There's a commercial sometime around quarter to 6, so I'm going to quickly, start a conversation with you. 08179230002, 08179230003, and 08179230007. And for WhatsApp, 0809-030-6416 is the WhatsApp number. Now, I've got two questions. Usually, I don't think I have one question usually. So, yeah, I've got two questions today. One, why is it that we hardly see policies continued? And I feel like that's one of the reasons why we are where we are as a nation, because we never get to finish. Whatever it started, no matter how good the project is, no matter, and when we start a project, do we carry everybody along? Because this policy is looking like it was done just by a group of a few people, and they just, I don't know. But what are your thoughts? And then what do you think is the right age? As a parent, as a student, as a senior sibling, as a guardian, what do you think is the right policy? As a future parent as well. Clinton is calling from Buri. Clinton, let's get your thoughts quickly, please. I'd like to hear.
As a future parent, Kalada.
All right, let's get your thoughts quickly.
I don't think I was consulted.
Okay.
When they came up with this policy. So reversing it is a good one. And it goes with public opinion. A lot of Nigerians reacted negatively against that policy. Yes, the intention might have been good, because in some universities we have children, not even teenagers, children in university, and their level of understanding, their level of relating with those at that level is not even possible. It's not there. So that's why the minister decided to bring in that policy. But we've seen that majority of Nigerians were against that policy. That was why this new minister decided to reverse it. Again, I won't say that we should only center ourselves on JAM, because Nigeria, we are running a 6-4-6-3-4 system.
6-6-4.
What happens to the foundation? Let's try. Is it 6-4-9?
6. I don't know. I think they've changed it. I don't know, but I know the one I remember is 6-3-3-4. You know,
it is now 9.
It's 9. Okay, so they've added the junior to the basic. Yeah, true. You're right. They've added the.
So I think that we should prioritize the foundation level of education, so that we don't get it wrong.
All right, I've got to go, Clinton. I've got to go, Clinton. Thank you very much. You're totally noted. I've got Bob from Indiama. Bob, welcome. What is on your mind? Yeah.
That you said that we are the future leaders of tomorrow. Our Nigerian politicians, they only say that in theory. They don't agree with that in their action and policy. If not, somebody going to 90, above 80, he should be resting and be as an elder statesman to give advice to young minds. Somebody who can stand and make speech for 2 hours with young blood, who can wake up from sleep at the right time and think of what Nigeria should look like, who will travel abroad and feel sustainable there and come back and implement, they want to be in power. Even though you bet them, they will say, no, I'm of age, I want to go and rest.
All right.
Now, coming to the children of 18, you see, it's because of our system, because some fathers, because of the strike going on in school, they will pay school fees, so they will. In fact, you know that if you don't finish university, or certificate, like you said, you won't work. Except now that social media is coming to doing training online. You know, you finish school, get a certificate. Even if you get the right certificate, you will make your paper. Work is man no man. But I see some fathers trying to keep their children from 16 or 17 to enter university.
All right, Bob, I've got to go.
But it's good to be at the right age.
All right,
maturity.
Bob, I've got to go. Maturity, you say, be of the right age before you get into the university. Anyways, we'll come back, but let's take a listen to the
Nigeria Info. Right back after this.
affect Rivers workers amid stoppage of allocation. Women protest alleged marginalization by University of Port Harcourt. Protesters storm National Assembly, demand sack of NNPCL CEO Kyari. Political parties sign peace accord ahead of Ondo governorship election. IGP orders severe punishment for corrupt officers. Lawyer withdraws from Abuja e-hailing driver lawmaker suit. On the foreign scene, U.S. President-elect Donald Trump says no price too high for deportations. Details in the 6 p.m. bulletin. To reach the news team, to send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0807217215.
This is Hard Facts.
It is the bottom of the hour, and indeed it is. This is Hard Facts. I am Kalada Korubatibor, and we're looking at entry age into tertiary institutions. I'm talking about the educational sector now. Now, there is a reversal of policy, and I want to get your thoughts on that reversal. Why is there no continuation when it comes to government, especially in Nigeria, or most likely in Nigeria? A new government comes and there's a reversal of projects. I can't remember who was speaking. Was it Obasanjo or something? Was saying that the fact that his policies were not continued was, part of the reasons why Nigeria fell into the ditch that she finds herself right now. So I'm wondering, even in Rivers State, I'm not saying with this administration, we've seen with previous administrations, and the lack of continuation. I think at some point we used to talk about that almost every time on radio. Why is there no continuity in government? But look at Akwa Ibom State. There seemingly is that continuity, and it gives us the view, the perspective, the vantage point that when there is continuity in governance, there's likely to be hastened development, or should I say fast-star development. Lagos is also another example. What are your thoughts? I really want to hear. Is 18 a good age? Some people say once you're 18, you maybe are able to distinguish between good and bad. According to the Constitution, once you're 18, you've reached legal age, right? But more importantly, the advices that are fighting for the attention of our youths, should we wait till indeed they are 18 before they get into the universities? These are some of the questions we're trying to ask ourselves. What are your thoughts? Really, I want to know. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007. I've got a couple of messages here. This is if truly they listen to the cries of the parents and reverse the policy, why are they not listening to the outcries of Nigerians and reversing pump price of PMS and other anti-people's policies? A country where anyone with little power decides things for the generality of the people without minding its effect on the people. Let it be is saying that one there. But this one says from Omagwa, someone of 18 years may be intelligent in academics but not matured enough to operate at the university level. Small thing, they will cry and keep mute, no mind to resist erring lecturers. Okay, that's another angle to it, right? But let's take a listen to Chima. Is calling from Rumukuta. Chima, welcome. What is on your mind?
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Canada.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
I am of the opinion that the 18 years was normal. Have you taken aback of our parents that attended school when it was standard 1, standard 2? You know, most of them did not attend university. But have you seen them speak and write and the way they comport themselves in the public?
Okay.
And I can remember to this, when I got into school, I have to cross my hand without from my head to touch my ear. That was when we respect our senior boys in the school. Now the issue now is automatically different. It came from all these private school. When you give a child double promotion, and you will see in the private school, the school doesn't have primary 6. So what I'm saying is that you can't teach measure. If you take a 16-year-old child and not put in university, you are just wasting your time because the child will not be wise environmentally, during the environment, she did not be expected to be brilliant like that, knowing 1 plus 1. And a child in university should be able to take care of himself. Yes, apart from the financial aspect of saying that your family is going to join the country, is the family to sponsor you. But you can take care of yourself at a particular point in time, your dressing, your mode of talking, your association. You can't beat nature. I was happy when they got 18 years. I will not lie to you. I was very, very happy. But when this minister came and turned and changed the policy, I wasn't happy. Yeah. So I love 18 years something.
All
Thank
right.
you.
It loves 18 years. Let's see. Alozie from Omuma. Alozie, welcome. What's on your mind?
Good afternoon, man of the people.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Hello, it has more than my guest.
All right. I guess network issue. It's raining cats and dogs out there. But this one says the current Minister of Education is doing what we call in political science an acceptance. The military does that a lot. Thanks from GC. What do you mean by an acceptance? I'm not a political scientist, so can you expatiate on that for me? But this one says the reversal of the educational pursuit policy is sound. Why do we like banning any challenging phenomenon in the evolving of the society? Why don't we advocate for the straightening of the system for effective use of some juvenile enhancement facilities like the guardians and counseling unit, parent-teacher relationship, and other measures that will help to catch and avert them young? It's not my fault that some people have dull kids. The policy was anti-Southern Nigeria. Allow the smart kids to excel. All right. Thank you very much, Melody Uniport. Well, let's take another call. 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, welcome. What's on your mind, please? Your name first.
Mr. Joseph. The reason we are having abandoned projects across the country is that our state House of Assembly has refused to do the right thing. I think if there is a bill or they enact a bill or an act that will force these governors to continue or to build on those projects initiated by their former governors, I believe that it will go a long way to help all these abandoned projects. You can see that our government here, somebody will come into office without preparation. 6 months after a president is elected, he has not even appointed a minister. Governor will not appoint commissioner. You can see Donald Trump, a day or 2 days after his re-election, he has started appointing those that will serve in his administration. So I think it is a lack of direction in our that is responsible. Our leaders do not have political direction. All they want is power. They don't know what they are going there to do.
All right, thank you very much. They lack political direction, or is it policy direction now? But let's say this. So if you check well, you'll discover that the child of one high and mighty wants to enter university and the age is not up to 18. They can never reverse the policy because of the masses. Okay, remote mind. But do they attend public universities now? You need to look at it from the angle as well. This is one way of checking these policy inconsistencies is that matters of public policy should be presented and discussed during weekly cabinet meetings where the cabinet members will brainstorm over such policy before it is made public, instead of the present arrangement where there is a unilateral decision by one man which is obtained the following day. Any policy announced is seen as that of Tinubu's government policy. That is why it has to be subjected to cabinet scrutiny. Is it more like cabinet scrutiny, or should it be subjected to, should they come out and say, I don't know if this will work though. So we want to do XYZ policy, we throw it, to the public on social media. We get arguments from different sides, not because we think the masses should dictate how government goes about policies. I mean, to an extent, they have, that part to dictate. But a leader should be able to be strong-willed, should be able to have strong opinions about policies he or she is intending to put out there. But maybe once in a while they should allow the public to, just like we do on the show, just like I'm doing right now, and say, okay, what do you think about this? How are you seeing this? Maybe at different levels should try it, see if it works. This one says, honestly, I would have loved a STEM of vocational education for 2 or 3 after secondary education. Now it's too certificate conscious, and we are in a rush to graduate without a care if we can attend or defend the qualification or matured to handle university life. Also, no jobs at the end, but vocational school is good. Bennett has a good argument, right? But let's go back to the phone lines and find out who we have here. 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Good evening, my brother Canada.
Yeah, what's your name? Tell me your name. Let's get your thoughts.
My name is Pomeri Benedict Baton.
Okay.
From Nigeria.
Okay.
You know, the reversal of the policy made by the former Minister of Education and this present one reverse it. It's a welcome development. But when you look inward, 18 days could have been the best. Because I remember when I started primary school, my mother took me to the school, and the headmaster carried my hand across my head and confirmed that my hand had crossed my shoulder.
that was many decades ago. You're an old man. Sorry to say, young people.
Hello?
Now. Yes, you had me right. Don't allow me. You're an old man. That was many decades ago. Things have changed now.
Canada, listen now.
I'm listening. Okay.
3 days ago, I was of River State University.
Okay. Are you there? Are you there? Oh my. A poor connection. The rains may be affecting the connections. 92.3 Nigeria Info. Is anybody home? Oh my, the phone lines have been corrupted by the weather. Can you hear me? I'm going to try this one. 92.3 Nigeria Info. Can you hear me? Oh my. Anyways, we've got a commercial coming up in about 3 minutes, but I still can read messages, right? So if you send me your messages, I would love to read them. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are as relates to this very conversation. What are you thinking? 18 years. I mean, I do think Bennett has been able to, strike a nerve. It struck a nerve inside of me. I'm thinking now, you finish secondary school early enough, you go for, in China, I think I read somewhere, is it China or Singapore, one of the Asian countries, what happens is once you're done, you go for an internship for a while. You can take a year internship, and once you're done with interning, you now go to the university. I guess you probably would understand yourself better in what you want to study, what you want to learn after your internship. And some secondary school graduates start hustling for big cheap companies and all of that stuff. So what are your thoughts on that? Hold that thought. When we come back, open season, you and I will talk some more. I think the phone lines are going crazy right now, so we would post the thought, post that opinion of yours. You would opine when we do come back, open season. Yes, we would have open season today. Hopefully no commercial will interrupt it or disrupt it, and you and I will talk for 30 minutes concerning several issues on development of our country. Just stay tuned. I am Kalada Korubatabo.